What's up, guys? It's Mr. Janvid, and today we are back for episode 2, season 2. On the contrary, and we got some hard-hitting guests with us today. We got the legend himself, the Lord. Well, we have two Lords today. Lord Envy,
What's poppin'? Hello.
GBA champion. You won that, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. GBA champion. And Lord Moet. He has a YouTube channel.
The Mr. Moet. Check me out. Make sure you check me out. That's Lord the Mr. Moet.
Yeah, and
but forget the Lord part.
He used to be good back in the day. Don't sleep on him.
Still good.
Don't
Anybody
sleep
can
on
get
him.
it anytime.
Don't sleep on
I'm doing cash, best of fives all day, all night.
Don't sleep on him.
Yeah.
And we got Pokey MMD.
Yo, what's up, guys? You got Poggy in here. I'm chilling.
And we got AJ in the back, but he's just chilling. So what we're gonna be discussing today, ladies and gents, Dynamax has been kicked. We've had enough. Everybody's had enough. And now what? Now what? And we're gonna be talking about what we think is gonna happen next and how we feel about it. I feel like we all know. I feel like we all collectively agree, but you know, people are still going back and forth when I thought it was just gonna be a consensus. So I'd love to hear y'all's opinions.
It was a pretty strong consensus among competitive players. I think the disagreement really occurs between like people aren't highly as well. I guess just like to say, just as aren't highly skilled as the people who can vote. The more skilled players all agree that Dynamax is banned based on the vote that occurred today. But other than that, if the larger population of the player base probably feels like, you know, there's a place for Dynamax in the metagame somewhere.
So you feel like the vote wasn't represented?
Which I agree with. I think there's a place for it. I think Gmax is a good line.
Yeah, he's cutting a little bit, but it's here. It's like I
Okay,
can still
just
understand
making
what he's saying.
Yeah, just making sure it wasn't me.
But let's say
I was kind of leaning away, my bad.
Yeah, it's all love. So you feel like the people who make up the bulk of Showdown were underrepresented?
Well, yeah, I mean, and that's just how it's gonna go when you set up a skill-based ladder. I mean, I don't know. I don't know how people go about it. I don't know how many people actually try to go for it. How many people really care about voting? There's a lot of people. Did any of you guys vote?
No.
No.
No, because none of us really care about voting that much, and we kind of already know what's gonna happen.
I think that's what motivated it more. I don't think it's necessarily just the not caring about voting, but more so it's like we all know that's gonna be a landslide. So it's
Yeah, there wasn't a point in trying to get my say in.
Right.
It wouldn't make a difference.
We all knew that was about to be a landslide, and it was 85%. If you guys aren't aware, it was 85%, right?
Also like it didn't even have all the votes yet. That was just like they didn't need any more votes
because it was
like
impossible to.
Yeah, it was impossible to pass it.
Maybe it's not a skill thing. Maybe it's better to say that it was people just gave up in what's the word I'm thinking of? Futility. Like they just knew. Maybe it wouldn't have been such a crushing thing had people known that, hey, my vote's really not gonna matter. It's gonna get banned anyway. I don't know. It could be that way too.
And I think also, I don't think anybody's like hip hip hooray fully, like as far as the ban is concerned, right? It was interesting to play, you know, yada yada yada. But we know right now, short term, a month in is just a fad, and long term for a meta game, that thing was gonna just be toxic, right? So we've like, because what I like to think about is like, well, what if that guy complaining right now, you know, last gen, half of last gen was his first game, so he hasn't really seen like this isn't new to us. Like for us, from our view,
he doesn't know what a good metagame is.
Right. See, not even just not know what a good metagame is, but to him,
or what a metagame could be.
Right. To him, it's just like
he knows.
Z-moves were always that randomness was always there, and maybe he's not even he's like okay, you know, he can handle himself in the 1650s or something, like not bad but not like exceptional. And he's just like, hey, you know, I'm just trying to hop on Showdown, you know, after work, and I'm trying to Gigantamax on somebody. And now they're like, ah, damn, I can't Gigantamax. And then the more obviously the fact that they actually took the time to get Rex, the more dedicated players kind of run the narrative. They're like, yo, you're not having that because we're on here every day for 9 hours a day, and I'm not trying to play versus your damn Max Airstream Gyarados and your Togekiss. So, you know, I think it's just a different pool of people going back and forth. And then
I for sure think it was a lot of the tournament community, especially with SPL coming up and OST in like literally a month. People didn't want to play with this meta, which is why they kind of pushed this thing as well, going towards it. Personally, you know, I mean, I said it before, but I feel like it's really whack banning the core thing of a metagame, right? Of the core thing of a generation. Yeah, but I understand. Like, it was ridiculous. The fact that you could bust out of your choice items is crazy.
Stupid.
Yeah, there's so much. Like, I feel like, I do think, as Mo had said, there could have been a mid ground that could have been like some sort of quote unquote complex or something where Gigantamax could still be allowed, because at least that's not
as random.
Yeah. It was kind of bittersweet though. It was kind of bittersweet. Like Dynamax, I can see that there's definitely like a really solid reason to ban it because of Gyarados. I think snowballing, you know, the flying Dynamax boosting speed and whatnot. But then like there are some Gigantamax mons that are like that aren't just not broken, you know.
Like now, just gives you money.
Like, and we know that, you know, Smogon doesn't do complex bans and stuff, which is
but is that really a complex ban? Because aren't they two separate
I feel like it could have just been a separation, but
yeah. Like what? Like for example, what they did with Blaziken, they just banned it entirely. They didn't allow Blaze. They just banned.
I mean, they've introduced some complex bans, haven't they? I feel like they've done something like that.
Baton Pass got banned 5 different ways before it became what it was. So yes, they've definitely done things that go against what they quote unquote. Right. I don't want to say it goes against what they say, because it doesn't at the end of the day.
Because Megas were kind of in that realm. Megas got split. Initially, they didn't split them. They just banned like the whole mon.
That was tiering though. That wasn't necessarily I guess you call that banning because it's banned from a certain tier.
Because like Luke was free, but Mega Luke was like they were tiered as two different Pokemon.
Yeah.
Though I mean the exception.
It's not really the same kind of separation, because they're banning the Gigantamax, Dynamax, but the regulars are still allowed. So that's kind of the same. But you know, it maybe like if they could have done something like allowing either certain Gigantamax or, you know, or even like banning Airstream. Not Airstream. Why I keep thinking
Max Airstream. Yeah, Max.
We already talked about it in the last one. That's like, how would that really work?
Yeah, I think that would go too far as far as like saying they want to you can't complex ban. It's like, yeah, no point in doing that.
Yeah, at that point,
tiering, right?
Yeah, and then I guess they wouldn't limit in terms of like if you had a choice item, they wouldn't have made it, oh, you can't Dynamax, because that's also going against part of the game.
Right. So like some part of the game has to be kind of fucked. So it's like, well, let's just be rid of everything. You know. But
the thing is though, like that's something that we've done already. Look at evasion clause. Look at sleep clause, for instance. Those sleep there was I think Pokemon Stadium and some other game had sleep clause in it. But like I'm just looking at those examples, right? Like we already make our own rules that limit certain things. If I go for Spore twice, it's gonna fail the second time. You know?
Right.
So I don't think it's outside of the realm of possibility of them doing that. They can do whatever they want.
Well, I don't think it's just it's not just about doing whatever they want though. So like that the whole point of doing all was to preserve the little bit of competitiveness that was left.
Yes, of course.
So, you know, just switching Max Airstream, I think that singles out Max Airstream too much. I mean, the Max Airstream isn't the only problem. Like, they still get the double HP. Like,
for sure.
You know what I mean? If honestly, if the double HP was not the case, I don't think it would be as bad. But the fact that they're blissies,
they can't be revenge killed.
Right? They're right, and you can't flinch them. You can't that thing. Flying. Then they go to your subs. You're still getting. I mean, your protects. So the doubling HP thing was far more. Like, have you ever faced a Hydra gun when you don't have anything super effective to hit that thing? When it Dynamaxes.
Even when I had a play rough and a dazzling gleam to hit it, it still lived. Like,
yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's dumb.
Plus 2
volt switches.
Oh man. And then it just boosts. Like, oh, you thought you were fast last turn, but you know, it's Corviknight, man. People sleep, but that thing will sweep you in a heartbeat.
I mean, Corviknight's good regardless.
Yeah, I think
Corviknight's the exception. Corviknight, that boy is gonna be good and is good regardless of Dynamax or not. Obviously, the speed was amazing, but like that mon doesn't care even if it gets burnt.
It's nasty. But I, you know, again, we kind of all went over this already, and it is what it is. It's banned. And I'm actually kind of excited for the meta. I expected this to happen, so I've been holding off on certain videos, obviously, as we discussed. But what do you guys see happening now? What do you see formulating?
Darmanitan suspect, first off.
Immediately.
I think as well.
Yeah,
I did not appreciate like Dynamax and stuff because of like King
its
Shield
ability,
sort of.
its inability to kill stuff. Yeah. As well.
I actually don't. I have no opinions. I think it's. It feels like I wasn't playing a meta yet. Like now, I feel like it begins. This is where you really will start seeing. Like, I think a lot of things in UU shouldn't be UU, but because of Dynamax, they are.
Agreed.
Like, I think you're gonna really see the meta start to unfold.
I think Apoudon's going to be OU next.
Right. I think a lot of things. I think Beware should be used, and nobody uses it.
I think Beware is going to be crazy. That's another one. Yeah, I think Beware is going to be crazy. I think that the annoying part is that, well, it's not going to be annoying because obviously if something is so much used, it's easier to counter because you know it's common. But I do think we're going to see a lot of Pex, Pharaoh, Mandibuzz, Hippo, Corsola type builds, right? And then maybe like a random Dragapult or random like Darmanitan tossed in there.
But that's that's what we're gonna start. That's what I'm saying. That to me that's exciting because for the first time in maybe 6 years we have a meta game that's
like 15,
that's almost pure skill. So there's no gimmicks. You can't surprise me with some random thing. Like you can't unless you outskill the opponent. Or hacks, you know, that's the only caveat. You're not winning that game, so you can't random Z strike me. I don't have to guess if you're gonna rock him. I'll play you to the death. So that's gonna be different, and I think I like personally that aspect of it because it's like, well, now it's kind of shifting back to kind of what used to be back in the day, where it's just raw. Raw skill.
Facts.
Yeah, 4th gen, 5th gen. I agree.
Do you think stall will be more prevalent now that Dynamaxing, your move will get stronger?
I don't know if stall has enough assets. It doesn't have chance
better as the metagame goes on though.
It's funny because stall was something that benefited the least, I think, from
Dynamaxing. Without a doubt.
Considering I mean, Dynamax makes all your move offensive and you lose recover. You either max guard or you get bulky. And sure, that might be cool, and like give the example of Jambad's Appleton being able to survive a +6 hit and then knocking it out with Apple Acid, whatever.
Crazy.
That's like the rare exception. But like Pex, cool. It can live in Earthquake. Max Geyser, maybe knock out the drill, maybe. I don't know, but like those type of things. Like I think that stall obviously, like you said, gets better in terms of mons are not going to be able to devour things. Like for example, Flapple. I think Flapple was a low-key giant threat because of hustle. Because of hustle and like max darkness at +1
and its move. The Apple thing
lowers the defense. Lowers the defense. So that was a mon that was ridiculous because you didn't have to worry about that. And obviously, I think that thing gets not that it's the best example of a Pokemon that was good and gets a little bit worse because it's Flapple, but it's a good mon. It's a good mon.
I think personally, I think just a lot. To me, it's as if I have no opinions on anything yet because I don't think things had the room to be themselves because of that. because of the fact that, well, shit, I might be a Darm count. Like, Darm now, when it's locked, it's locked. Like, Darm is now a normal Pokemon. Not to say it's not ridiculously strong, but at least now you don't. I'm not like, dang, I'm gonna protect turn 1 with my Ferrothorn. Is he gonna Dynamax and max?
Yeah, like, and then I switch out to Toxic because they max Earthquake, and then next time they max.
You know what I mean? It's just that to me. That's just retarded. Like, it's just stupid. Like, what the fuck? Why can you switch moves and negate your ability and the item? What? So, you know, I'm more excited again, and I'm hyper competitive. So maybe for the more casual players, or if you suck, you know, you probably don't want this. Who was that? Is that Envy? You know, if you suck, then it's better for you to know that you suck so you can fix it. Right? That's what we're all about, making everybody better. Don't be here like, oh, no. Nah, it's because I got hacks. My nigga, you're in the 1300s. It's not because you got hacks. You need to step the fuck up. But that's besides the point.
I got a comment that I was talking with Jam about that I thought was really interesting. The dude was like saying, well, just adapt to it. You know, I'm high ladder. I'm just high ladder with I'm high ladder with my Dynamaxing, and I'm able to predict when people Dynamax, and I've even seen videos of you predicting when you Dynamax. I think that's true. I think there's definitely there is a thing, like an instinct that says, okay, well, right here he gets the best position from Dynamax.
Right.
That doesn't mean it's healthy. That doesn't mean that I feel like I'm playing a game where I'm rewarded by playing well necessarily. You know, I don't think it's that. I mean, Gemma, we talked about it before. I thought it was impossible to form an accurate, game plan at Team Preview to follow through. I think you could form a loose one and then just play Dynamax and.
But you never know what, especially because with Dynamax, most teams didn't really have a set formula because they'd have maybe 1 or 2 defensive Pokemon, but there was no. This is bulky.
You can only plan for so much.
Yeah, there's no. It's this kind of is offense, but I mean, when you have 700 HP, it's kind of both. you're +4 and you're bulky as shit, and that's the thing. Like, Togekiss takes nothing from anything, man. And then if his weakness policy and boost, oh, you're done. You are done. It's just like, dude. But I'm excited for it. I'm excited. I think Dracopult is I'm interested to see his development.
Can't wait to see more sub-wish sets. I think that's going to be one of the best sets alongside still Specs. I still think Specs is.
I love Sub DD. I think Sub DD is really good, especially with the Ditto usage is probably going to drop. Sub DD is really dangerous. That's my favorite set. I haven't seen any. I've faced 1 sub-hex. No, it wasn't even sub-hex. It's just Will-O-Wisp hex. I don't remember if it had sub. But I don't. What is that used for? Like, why is that such a great thing?
It's like, I mean, like, obviously weakening the physical attackers like Corviknight that try to break through it. Beating through Pex is pretty good, and Ferrothorn as well. Like, just being able to have a sub on them, and like weakening Mandibuzz for teammates. It's just things like that.
It's annoying.
It's annoying, and it's like it. You go out to Grimmsnarl, right? You're counter and you're burnt.
That did happen. That did happen.
Yeah. So like, and that's a common thing, and that's a lot. It's a lot easier to deal with too, because you can also run Curse Body, and Curse Body activates on sub as well.
Really?
Yeah.
That can get annoying real fast.
There's no pursuits or anything, so you could easily just burn T-Tars and stuff.
Exactly. That's a big thing too. Good example.
Okay. Yeah, I think a lot of there's so much room for the metagame to evolve as far as like the little mons, the Appletons, and I think this is gonna be a whole different shift. Like, people are gonna actually have to team build. They're gonna actually have to strategize.
Instead of you seeing Gator said a really good quote today. You see how Dragapult and Darmanitan are always right next to each other in a team builder, because those are the first 2 Pokemon that you play, and then just add on whatever filler. And it's true. It's true. Yep. They just add on the filler from there. So like, I do agree with you as well. I think that one of the cool things is if I'm trying to get, for example, a Stone Journer sweep, I can actually rock. If I've set up for where I have Crash for Feral Thorn, I have Stone Edge for something, I have Earthquake for something else, I can actually sweep.
Right.
You know, and instead of waiting for them to like Dynamax.
Force the Dynamax so you can
instead of Charizard coming in and Dynamaxing and living my Stone Edge, like what? Like I mean, obviously that's not true.
And then you click your Dynamax and then they can't live anymore.
Yeah, but even then, like. There's like just like I do think that opened up the door for at least more creative builds. I mean, like the past week I've been featuring most, if not all, the mons in UU. Played a little bit of OU, but like even I'll take Poltergeist for example. I used it in OU recently and UU in the same live, and I had set up to win with Shell Smash. I had Shell Smash Dynamax Hyper Beam to knock out Grimmsnarl, to knock out Mandibuzz with a little bit of damage, knock out Hydreigon. Yeah, they all Dynamaxed on me and they all lived. You know. Like, granted, I was using Dynamax too, but even then, I could even use Raw Hyper Beam to set up for like my other Psychic type of my team that I had.
Yeah, and Poltergeist will definitely like it enjoyed partly because of the Psychic the terrain, right, and avoiding priority. But I think, man, I feel like just so many of the new mons have not really seen shine if you actually think about what you see, because Corviknight, Dracopult, and Darm. And I can't think of too many other like new meaning were just created from this generation that got real shine. Yeah, other than those three.
You got Grimmsnarl. You see that?
Well, Grimmsnarl is suicide. Like Hatterene, I'd say Hatterene is an underrated. Like I think that thing can really.
You see a lot though.
Cinderace, yeah.
But I'm talking meta defining. Cinderace. When you see Cinderace, I'm me personally, I don't quake in my boots. I'm like, oh yeah, we need to get rid of this so I can set up rocks. That's literally how I think of Cinderace.
You said Corviknight?
Corviknight, what's it called? Corviknight, Darm, and Dracopult.
Dracovish?
Dracovish. Dracovish is a bitch. Yeah, that point, a motherfucker.
You gotta be careful.
Yeah. Nah, I forgot. I forgot about the fossils, man. Those two force the ground type. Hippowdon, Joey mentioned it. I think Hippowdon has a huge role that people don't see
especially
yet.
For that electric one. That electric one is nasty.
That boy's gonna live.
Hey, how you gonna live your Dracovish now without Dynamax? Tell me.
I mean, Seismitoad is OU because of those two.
Yeah, exactly.
Seismitoad is common.
I was jealous of it.
Oh yeah, but Dracovish, well, Jellicent can strength step and recover, but because if you get crunched once, it's a wrap. Like if they,
you can't switch into no crunch. Yeah,
it's a wrap.
Done so, buddy.
Gastro has an interesting niche. I think Gastro could see some usage as well.
Bro, Gastrodon is a demon. Okay, I fought offensive and defensive. First off, defensive checks Hatterene. Period.
Right.
Especially defensive takes 43% max from Psychics, and if it's a Trick Room Hatterene, it's going to be faster, can recover, it can Earthquake to do. It's a 3 KO. Life Orb, a couple Life Orb hits turns to a KO. And offensive isn't bad either. Checking Aegislash, checking Scald.
It's legit.
It's like it's legit. Man. Got put down by that demon.
I don't know about you. I thought a Giga Drain Hatterene.
Oh, I didn't even know it got that.
Yeah, I used Energy Ball. On
I did not know it got Giga Drain either.
But but that's another thing though. That's something they can use things that now they wouldn't use before.
Right.
So Hatterene was another demon under.
Hatterene is I think that thing it will show its head now. Like I think that thing is just based on this team structures I've been seeing. I think that thing is really hard to kill if you set everything up right. And I think hazards are being slept on. Hazards are still a massive asset. I know heavy duty boots are around and all of that stuff, but hazards, most mons you're gonna face these days are grounded, barring like a Mandibuzz or maybe a Corviknight, but a lot of them are grounded if you just look at the teams. Spikes, I've been just fooling around with it because people get so used to not having to deal with it because of the heavy duty boots that you spike up. And I've been experimenting with Dragapult. Spike up and Dragon Dance, swept like that.
Very true.
Swept.
Spikes are very good. Very true.
T-spikes have definitely fallen off.
T-spikes are trash.
Are they though? Let me look at the team.
Man, if you're not running a poison type, you're fucking up.
But why are T-spikes?
Ground type. I mean, shit. Everybody got Toxapex. What else are you setting up T-spikes with?
I don't see Toxapex that much. I see it, but it's not like.
I don't miss Steel Stealth Rock though.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah. That was
very slept on.
Thing. Like it was such a unique thing, and I really loved what it added, and also the fact that you couldn't see it on Showdown either, like made it harder for people.
Right, it was so people they'd always ask, they'd say, "What's going on?" And I'd say, "I don't know. It must be a glitch."
Bros, another mind that, like, and I've been thinking about. I'm like, dang, this thing isn't as crazy as it used to be, but I just think it's because of Dynamax and all the craziness. But I think some minds I think are gonna really show their true selves. Bisharp, I think Bisharp is deadly,
especially once it gets knockoff again.
Right, Dugtrio. I think Dugtrio has not been used. Like Dugtrio, people are gonna start like with this new meta are really gonna start looking because they don't have to worry. Okay, is this thing gonna is it gonna double its HP and kill me before I can trap it? Shout outs to Draco Zolt, but like you don't have to worry about that anymore. So now the real plotting begins. I think Dugtrio is gonna see a lot more usage. I think Rotom Heat's already high, but I think Rotom Heat it's really annoying. Really, really, really annoying. I think,
especially because of the heavy duty boots. Yeah.
And
if Hippo rises in popularity, that's another like free nasty plot. Like when it rocks or when it's not rocked. I also legitimately think like
nasty plots.
Yeah, I think Shadow Ball or even Discharge is a great third move.
Yeah.
Right. Like it doesn't even need. It's crazy. I think Rotom Heat's better than
Rotom Wash right now.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
Because Rotom Wash, well, Scarf Rotom Wash gets better again because it can actually check Gyarados. But I think defensive isn't as good because obviously you can only run Resto Chesto, and offensive Rotom Heat just being able to beat Ferrothorn, Toxapex, Corsola, Aegislash, Mandibuzz, like all in one is ridiculous.
Yeah.
That's why I think it gets better.
The Trick Scarf set.
Yeah.
That's it right there. Yeah. But I got thrown off. Chimpact came in and caught me, man.
Jolteon, bro? Nah, I'm fucking with you.
Get out of here.
But I think Milotic, whatever.
Dude, every single time I fight that demon,
I think that is slept on.
It beats me down.
I think that is mad slept on.
Both the defensive set and the offensive set.
Yo,
I've been running. I just recorded with it. I ran competitive. Scald, Ice Beam, Haze Recover.
Yo, I had a dude pass me a team with, especially with all the new, like, I think people, are having an easier time controlling hazards these days with, Hatterene being Magic Bombs. I think it's bulky as hell. Mandibuzz being so reliable. Corviknight being so reliable. I've seen Milotics that ran Flame Orb and just kind of, off the bat,
just can't beat them. You can't there's no toxic anyway.
Exactly. Like, it's a bitch to kill. If you don't have the right mind, that thing will like be nearly impossible. And it's one of the few things because of the orb that can come in on Darm. If assuming it doesn't just U-turn out, but it's because it's high HP and the boost in defense, it negates the choice band from a choice band Darm, and Scarf isn't doing any kind of damage. So I think Milotic, maybe even Vaporeon. I think there's just so much that exists that people were just so Dynamax crazy that they don't realize, like, yo, we got some jewels in here. Mammo, I think Mammo is still solid. Is Corviknight as bulky as Skarm? Like if they both max out?
Isn't Corviknight bulkier at least on the special side?
No,
I don't know about
physically.
I know physical. I'm not
It's
sure.
definitely bulkier special.
Right.
I mean,
I've seen some physical sets that have actually eaten up a lot of hits. They run like Rocky Helmet too.
I don't know if it's like bulkier than Skarm though. I could run a quick calc,
not.
But because of the HP difference, I don't know how much. I don't know how much
Actually, well,
I don't think it has more defense.
65 HP, 140 defense. That's Skarmory, and then it's 98 HP, 105 defense. So it looks.
It's kind of close. It's close. Yeah. They're about like. I'd have to either run some calc on the exact same mind, but they're close. So Corviknight is no bitch on the defensive side because of his super high HP. So I'm like, well, I don't know. We'll see, man. I think that thing is gonna be crazy too. The meta is about to be interesting.
It's wow, it's super close. Look at this calc with Conkeldurr. That's a 0.8 difference.
Yep.
So Skarm's actually just slightly bulkier.
Literally slightly. In terms of the words, just so slight.
By point percentage.
Easily bulkier on the Spit side.
Well, there's no Magnezone.
There is no Magnezone as well, which makes a big difference. That's true too.
Thank you.
And I think that's actually something I was thinking about too. Another Pokemon that gets better. I think Haxorus gets a lot better, bro. There's no Celesteela. There's no Skarmory. There's no Dynamaxing. If Aegislash goes, I can run close combat too instead of running Earthquake.
Think about Weezing.
I don't.
Weezing
Weezing's been good though. I've been liked Weezing. Weezing. I think Hawlucha gets interesting just because now you don't have to Dynamax. You don't have to worry about things living. Hawlucha is as deadly as it ever was. It's dangerous because he can use CC now, so he doesn't even have to risk HJKs. So terrain games can still go down with that.
Yeah, with Indeedee. Or Rillaboom when it comes out.
Oh,
which is, I think, going to be a huge partner, especially because that thing gets U-turn too.
Oh, man.
Yeah, I'm excited for being able to get to +4 and killing him on. Thinking you swept. I'm really excited for that. I think that Yu is going to be a lot more fun too. I don't have to worry about being swept by Braviary every single game, or specifically Braviary. Yeah, that mon was about to be dead. If not,
the bulk up Sky Strikes hit.
Bro, the problem with Hawlucha though is that if you are running close combat, there's a decent amount of ghost running around, so you need that close combat to get the speed boost.
You mean can you go a little bit more of what you're saying?
Yeah, what are you saying?
He's talking about the White Herb set
for the White Herb to activate, so you're not gonna be able to get the speed.
Oh yeah.
Well, we were talking about terrain, but yeah, I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I guess terrain's way more consistent. There's also still Toxic effects running.
Speaking of which, I think we're actually going to be able to see the effects of terrain being 1.3 times instead of 1.5. Because, I mean, before, I guess it mattered, but you didn't really see it because of these mons live every hit, so it doesn't even matter.
Exactly. On Arcanine, I think Arcanine is super slept on, bro. Arcanine, I'm telling you, bro. Arcanine is super. So Arcanine walls hella Pokemon, man. Arcanine, let me go down the list. Aegislash, done.
I use Arcanine as my Darmanitan Aegislash answer in a few teams. Before people started realizing, the day 1, day 2 before Gyarados.
Yeah. Right. But because it's so, it can be fast and bulky at the same. So it's like Cinderace, walled. Corsola can't touch you. You just do whatever you want. Corviknight, done. One of the few things that can handle Darm, with the, what I'm saying, within reason. You know what I'm saying? Pharaoh, Grim, all of them burnt. All of them. And I've seen a Snarl one that messed up a Hatterene that I had. The thing snarled me and I was no match. I think Toxtricity, we'll see. That's an interesting Pokemon. I'm curious as to see how that one's gonna develop.
It's a little bit worse than it was early in the metagame because we found out Punk Rock is 1.3 instead of 1.5, which makes a huge difference. You were able to do 40-something% to Ferrothorn prior. Now you're not.
Yeah. And it doesn't get anything to hit Thorn, which is good. I think it just be.
It gets Fire Punch. It gets Shift Gear Fire Punch.
Well, I'm talking Specs is the most common set. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Speaking of Soundmons, I think Como also gets a lot better too.
Yeah.
Como gets Como's so.
Oh yeah.
Clinger Soul is good.
What do you think about? Go ahead.
Oh no, keep going. That's okay.
Yeah,
I was just keep going about talking Clinger Soul, how great it is.
What do y'all think about Clef? Where do you think Clef is gonna end up?
I think the offensive one I think still stays good.
I think it'll be where it is. Probably.
I'm sure defensive is going to come back at some point in the metagame. It will.
Yeah. The offensive set's really good against stall.
Yeah.
Stall, huh? Clef is an interesting one. I don't see any reason why CM Clef shouldn't come back. Like, I can't think of a metagame defining thing that stops CM Clef, particularly with hazards. Corviknight doesn't 1v1 Clef.
You have pressure or
Corviknight only 1v1s Clef if it doesn't get paralyzed. Like, which out of like a million Thunderbolts? 12.
Yeah, but like we're assuming, so you're assuming Clef comes in, CM, Corva hard switches. Well, then what? CM's again. You've lost.
I mean, it depends. It depends on your set.
What Corviknight set B set?
No, depending on the Clef set.
But a Clef has to have a fire move, unless you're talking about just like a T-wave Clef.
Yeah, if you're T-wave, then pressure beats you.
Yeah, pressure bulk up will beat you.
Pressure bulk up, yeah.
Also, even then, but which is like my favorite Corviknight. I think there's so much. And another thing, like just Corviknight. Not that it wasn't able to do whatever it wanted, but I feel like.
Why is AJ in this?
Bro, PK, chill out.
Bro, we got a podcast.
Chill out. Yo, PK, chill out.
Who just moved me without?
We're doing a podcast.
Move me again. PK. Okay, at least say that before moving me.
PK, what are your thoughts on the Dynamax ban?
Oh, it's official?
Yeah.
I was indifferent. If it stayed, I would have been happy. If it went away, I would have been happy. It's fine. It's okay with me. I thought Dynamaxing brought a lot to it. Was interesting, but without it, it's gonna switch it up again, you know. But having those options, you know, the certain Dynamaxing options and being able to like completely turn the game around, and then I can see why people disliked it and whatnot. You know?
Yeah.
But for me at least, I'm indifferent. It's fine.
What about Dynamax?
Because it saved me a lot. Isn't that the thing?
Yeah, it is. It is basically.
Aren't most Gigantamax moves like not?
Yeah, they're not good.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, like we missed the Steel Stealth Rock and stuff like that. But I agree. I mean, I basically agree with PK. It was definitely annoying for the. You thought you were.
Yeah, but sometimes you know it saved me. You know, if I didn't have that button, hold on, I might have.
I'm losing. Hey, that's a good way to think about it. I'm about to lose. Let me hit that button.
Let me hit that button right quick.
Let me hit the not lose button.
Let me get big.
It was so stupid though. Do you think anything specifically gets better? Because that's kind of what we were talking about. Like off the top of your head,
anything gets better.
Anything off the top of your head that you think is kind of slept on right now, just based on maybe even the few games you've played.
No, off the top, I don't think anything gets better. I still think the strong Pokemon that I'm maxing still gonna be strong. I think like Hatterene, I think that Pokemon's ridiculous. I think Corviknight still gonna be like just all the top Pokemon.
Nice.
I mean, Hatterene is much worse without Dynamax.
Nah, I disagree, man. Crabarant, oh, it's coming.
Nobody's using that piece of trash.
Yeah, that Pokemon is garbage. wait. The thing is with Hatterene, however you say her name.
Yeah.
I think with Dynamaxing, it just put it over the top. To be honest,
that thing
was really good with Dynamax, but I still think
even the psychic terrain is really good.
That good.
Yeah, I felt like it was just like,
it'll be
that
Pokemon's
like just ridiculous.
I don't know, man.
Dracovish Rain's gonna be crazy without Dynamax. Don't you think? Dracovish Rain? Like, what's your switch?
Dracovish is gonna be crazy.
You gotta keep a water absorb.
I think that Pokemon is overhyped.
Yeah.
No, I don't think so. That's why you need a Seismitoad or a Gelatin or water absorb something.
You need like water absorb, or you can't live a hit now with your
cannot
clicking a button of a Dynamax.
I mean,
no, I think a Ludicolo.
I've never used Dynamax to counter that thing.
Yeah.
I guess I've always had like a resist.
Water absorb.
Like Tom's for resist still like don't take that much.
Yeah, use a Ludicolo, use a Maractus. You know what I'm saying?
Also, if you're using like an offensive team, even Choice Scarf doesn't even outspeed Dragapult.
Yeah, which is a big
Wait,
thing.
what outspeeds Dragon Ball? That's the real question here. What outspeeds Dragon Ball? Nothing. I think.
Okay.
I think Reuniclus might. I'm curious to see how that thing does. I feel like it has a niche. You just gotta find it.
Does it get recover?
Reuniclus, yes. Reuniclus is the exact same.
I was like, what? Is he serious?
It's been the same Pokemon for the past.
What happened?
No, particularly the acid armor set. I think that thing is legit still.
Well, yeah, man. Now it doesn't have to worry about being like fodderized by everything.
Yeah.
Just like boosting because it's taking too slow. I for sure.
Or Trick Room.
At the same time, there are much better dark types this generation, and Toxic is less widespread.
Hello.
Sorry about that.
Well, I mean,
Hello.
but a lot of the dark types don't even use like Grimmsnarl. I haven't seen Grimmsnarl used offensively in a minute. Like I've only seen screens T-Wave. Like it's just you think
it uses bulk up Darkest Lariat.
Yeah, I think bulk up.
G-Max.
If anything, doesn't bulk up get better?
Oh yeah, without a doubt.
Like, yeah, because screens was there because all the setup mons were broken, but bulk up now can actually kill stuff.
I think that thing is slept on. Period.
Oh,
I really like
good.
the Sulfur stuff for it.
I think AV is cool too. You know, now you don't have to worry. You can actually check a Hydreigon. That's cool. But I do think bulk up is a little bit just scarier, and subbing and all that stuff. It has so many options.
And your boy
Yeah, I got
Gallus.
swept by plenty of those sleep talk teams.
I didn't realize in one of the type of team I was using before, it was like sort of a balance type team, you know. Like Reuniclus, if I didn't have, like, I was using Tyranitar. Without that, that thing is kind of an issue.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's the thing.
It's just it mainly depends on your team setup, but the one I was using was like this balance like type. I forgot the other names of teams, but it was like a more defensive type team. Like it was that Pokemon was extremely scary because I had like no hard hitters except for like my T-Tar, and still like if he got rid of my T-Tar anywhere, or if I misplayed and had that, you know, I'd lose my T-Tar. I just lost the whole game right then and there.
But
maybe
that's
my part. It's my fault for team building error, or like.
I mean, you don't have to take that mon into account because that mon doesn't exist at the moment technically.
But
right?
that's the thing with Dougie. Dougie's still here. You know what I'm saying? Dougie's still very much here. A lot of those dark types are Dougie can trap him.
How long?
Dougie traps Pex. If it doesn't burn it, you're dead.
Yeah. No, I mean it's true.
You'll see right now, like less knockoff users, probably more people running shed shells and whatnot.
Well, there is no knockoff. Period. Right. I do think shed shell actually could.
No, some mods do get knockoff.
I mean, the mons that get knockoff, they're like premium knockoff users.
Mandibuzz.
Yeah, I got Rillaboom knockoff.
Yeah.
Rillaboom is not really premium, but it's still really good.
Yeah, well. I do think...
if you can kill a dark type like that, I never use acid armor with Uniclus, but thinking about it, like
that shit will run up on you like that.
I feel like a really cool thing too is our premium. The physically defensive combine set as well, kind of like a budget Reuniclus, but it has mystical fire.
He said budget.
Yeah, I mean it gets recovered. It can't be taunted. It can't be encored. Nothing has toxic now except for like.
Wait, why can't it be taunted?
It can't be taunted because
it's the same as Aromatisse ability.
Yeah, as Aroma Veil. So Aroma Veil, you can't be disabled. You can't be. I don't know if you can be disabled. You can't be encored. You can't be taunted, and things like that. So
you can't be disabled.
Yeah, you can't be disabled. Awesome. Yeah. So either way, you combine you either Dazzling Gleam or Draining Kiss, Recover, and Mystical Fire, and I mean you pair that with a Dougie, which is dealing with the poison type tox effects. That can beat Hippo. That beats Feral Thorn.
Yeah, it actually has somewhat decent defense and decent special attack. It's not great, but
you have the option for Aromatherapy.
The typing is dope.
Yeah, Pure Fairy is incredible, I think, and now not having to worry about a Dynamaxing mon, doing 1,000,000 damage to it, and it not being able to heal and attack at the same time unless it was Gigantamaxing.
I do think it's just a poor man's Clef though. The stats are very similar.
I think the thing over it is that I don't know if Clef gets Mystical Fire, but it's also naturally fast.
He does. Yeah, it does. No, it's not. Well, actually, maybe by a little bit, but it's not relevant. Yeah, Clef gets Mystical Fire and Flamethrower and Fire Blast.
I think Mystical Fire makes a difference in terms of beating like other Calm-Mind users and stuff.
Clef beats them all. What Calm-Mind user is trying to Calm-Mind versus the Clef?
Well, Real Nicholas can beat Clef.
Side Shock Ruin, yeah, but he beats Alcremie too.
Yeah, I guess that's true.
Like,
but if it doesn't come in immediately on Alcremie, like if Alcremie gives Calm-Mind once or twice, it does like 80-something%, bro.
You gonna try to run Acid Armor Calm-Mind Alcremie?
I mean, it's an option. Like
Alcremie is it's stronger than Clef initially, but it's far in every other regard. It's
well, obviously, yeah. Without Moonblast, I think that makes a big difference too.
Yeah, but
run this calc real quick.
It's Alcremie. I don't think Alcremie will be UU. I just don't see why you'd ever use it over Clef and Hatherene. That's just based on what I'm seeing. I think predict Arcanine becoming the OU. I think Avalugg might see some usage. I think our boy might see some usage.
Avalugg is good.
You see that?
Avalugg is real good.
It's just good. It's just a solid Pokemon.
Right. That's what I'm like. I mean, like I'm talking like serious usage, meaning like that boy is like a staple.
Body presses that shit.
Like, nice table stall.
Yeah, you'll see heavy duty boots easily.
Yeah. Bronzong, I think. Well, I'm curious to see how that's gonna develop.
It doesn't get
Bronzong is slept on.
Stop it.
Stop it. Super slept on.
Mo, tell him the set you're thinking of when you say Bronzong.
Okay, the super Bronzong set I got two of them.
Super Bronzong, huh?
I actually got two of them. I got a Trick Room set, and I got a Sweeper set. Okay.
What about your scarf set that you love to use?
That's my Trick Room set. It's Choice Scarf, Trick Room, with Steel Beam.
Okay.
And Stealth Rocks. Wait, does it have rocks on it? I don't remember.
You put Psychic on it.
I put Psychic on it. Thank you, AJ. I appreciate that. I have Psychic on it. But maybe I should put Stealth Rocks on that instead. AJ, go ahead and throw that on there. See if it gets that. But the other thing that's slept on about it is Speed Swap. Speed Swap switches the speed stat with the opposing target.
Yup.
You could take if you're behind a sub and you catch like a Choice Scarf, Gengar, something, I don't know, Choice Scarf anything, I don't really care.
Behind a sub, okay.
Choice Scarf Hydreigon, let's say.
For sure.
You can switch your speed with the Hydreigon and suddenly be 304 or whatever, 328. And then the Hydreigon will be 91 plus the Choice Scarf speed.
Pretty slow with this Choice Scarf.
You outspeed the next turn and kill because Showdown doesn't update the speed properly.
I mean, Speed Swap in general was pretty cool. We did outspeed like a Dragapult and knock it out with Steel Beam.
I like the ad-libs, Chimp.
Thank you, Chimp. I appreciate it.
I think Sableye is an interesting Pokemon as well. We'll see.
It's not interesting at all. It's just very boring.
Sableye?
Sableye is an interesting mind. I got it's very difficult to stop if you're not the right mind. Like if you're not the right Pokemon, you almost can't. It doesn't have to switch. Because it gets Encore now as well. I think it has a niche. Because when I'm looking at OU right now, this isn't actual OU. This is just what we have. I don't think this is going to be what OU is going to look like from here on out.
It's just like college OU. It's not pro yet. Anyone like the analogy?
No.
Okay. Yeah, it was great. Like I said though, as the metagame goes on, stall just gets better. That's just the natural course of it. Things shit's gonna get banned. Yeah. And you're right, Jam Stabilize is going to be really good. It's going to be super annoying because eventually they're going to ban the shit that could
have ban everything until Stabilize. All the fairy types gone.
Karen about to be banned. Keldeo going to be banned.
Yeah. It's a shame. Snorlax just got his G-Max. Gone. Well, at least look at Drapion might be a threat. I think they're just such a small pool that like things could legit be a threat. And why is Togedemaru still not rocking spikes? They literally have it as a tutor move. They still didn't give him spikes.
Oh, you know who's gonna be a threat? Morpeko.
Oh yeah, him.
I actually think Morpeko isn't bad.
This is Joey's favorite Pokemon.
Or we are giving you.
Of course.
Okay. Or we'll giving Blackie is definitely that
Blackie,
mod.
there you go.
But or we'll giving you the speed boost, and that mod has a lot of cool little things like rapid spin with heavy duty boots, parting shot. It can be a really cool fast support mod. Obviously not to support the point of what Persian could do, but I think a fast parting shot, a rapid spin in particular.
Oh, he gets rapid spin?
Yes.
Ooh.
Fire Fang. Okay.
Nice.
What do you guys think about Obstagoon?
I was about to say Obstagoon actually. I think he's definitely.
But guess what? I said it.
Thank you.
Come on.
That's another premium knockoff user. Premium.
Yeah.
Nice.
Also, Switcheroo Playmore Classic, very high IQ.
I like the Obstruct on it too.
Yeah. It sucks that it doesn't get any priority yet.
He doesn't get Sucker Punch?
Nope.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. It's rough.
That's like play.
Alright, so that's definitely where we need to end it. When Chimpact start making two puns within the first 2 minutes. Oh no, gotta stop it. But I mean, any final words? Sylveon, underrated. We're excited to see that. Toxic Rogue. Those are my last two. Toxic Rogue and Sylveon coming soon. Galarian Rapidash, still trash. Stone Joiner, garbage.
Well, I think Stone Joiner could do it, bro. He crashed.
I knew Joey would say something.
Offensive Stealth Rock isn't bad.
I knew Joey would say something.
It beats Mandibuzz and it beats Ferrothorn and it beats.
was just baiting.
Right. I was like, that's Joey's. I don't know what Joey's fascinated with that mod.
That mod beautiful.
It's not. It's actually not even beautiful. Like it doesn't even get that right.
It's
That's crazy.
But yeah, y'all, that's where we're gonna end it for today. We went on for what? 50, I got 51 minutes. How many you got, Joe?
Yeah, it's 51.
51, right?
Yeah, I got like 45.
I got 52.
You're all recording.
Yeah.
Okay. God bless. But yeah. Definitely check out everybody. This is the actually the most filled one I think we've ever had.
Yep.
Round table.
The round table. The Knights of the Round Table. Rename the podcast, everybody. Yeah, so subscribe to Chimpact. He promises to upload tomorrow, the 17th of December. Stay tuned. Hold him to it. If he doesn't upload, spam him on Twitter. Check out Joey. Next big things in the Pokemon community. As far as 1 million sub as a competitive player, can't wait.
I don't know.
Can't wait to see it. Can't wait to see it.
If I ever get there, that'd be sick.
Can't wait to see it.
The only thing that matters is competitive growing, man. I just need to be able to pay my bills and enjoy myself. That's it.
Can't wait to see that 1 million sub moment. We got Christopher Moet. I'm not sure, Chris. Are you still a YouTuber? Do you upload?
He still upload.
No, but I know he uploads. But like,
are you talking about vlogs?
Like, are you like trying to be consistent? Are you know what I mean? Are you just like uploading whenever you feel like it?
I upload consistently.
Okay, all right. Check out Chris.
Check it out.
Check out PK's Twitch.
Check me out, yo.
And
I'm
check
growing
out
my channel.
Lord Envy's almost at 40,000. Can't wait for the 50K. And yeah, of course, check out On the Contrary. Can people subscribe on? How does Anchor work? Can you follow it?
They can follow /sub on it. Yeah.
Okay, bet. Follow Anchor, because that's where all the hard hitting content's gonna be. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Peace.
What you doing?
Goodbye.